Okay.
Yes.
So yes. So ma'am, what is this rate of interest? So basically, see, for example, if you want to purchase your building, right, you will be taking loan from banks, right? For example, this building is for 10 crore rupees. So I don't think you have 10 crore rupees, right? So you will be taking loan from banks, right? And you know, whenever bank will give you loan, you have to pay interest. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, so you have to pay interest. So basically what happens, rate of interest is basically, for example, if you are purchasing 10 crore rupees home and bank told you that you have to pay 10% interest, and the other situation, other bank is offering you 20% interest. So which one you will choose, 10% or 20%? Which interest will you choose? You have to pay interest. If you will purchase 10 crore rupees, first is 10% interest you have to pay and other is 20%. So which one is good for you, 20% or 10%?
Less to pay 10%.
Sorry, yes, 10%. Why less one? Because nobody wants to pay extra interest, right? Everybody wants to pay less interest. So basically, when interest rate is high, at that moment your investment will be less. You will purchase, you will invest less. But when your interest rate is less, at that moment you will invest a lot because you are getting loan for less interest rate. So what is rate of interest? It is the cost of borrowing money for finance investment. So basically, when you are borrowing money from bank, you have to pay that. It is the cost which you have to pay. There exists an inverse relation. Inverse means opposite relationship between ROI. What is ROI? Rate of interest, right? And volume of investment. So why it is an inverse? Inverse means opposite. If rate of ROI is high, you will invest less. If ROI is less, then you will invest more, right? So as if ROI will be hiring people with borrow less money to make an investment and vice versa. So as if ROI will be hiring people with borrow less money to make. Okay, just don't write it like this. Just write it till here. Okay, clear?
Hello, ma'am.
Yes, Alima.
I got disconnected for a
Okay,
while.
okay. Okay, actually, I didn't notice. That's why I thought why Halima is not saying yes, ma'am. Okay, so I'll just explain it. So rate of interest is basically the cost of borrowing money for financing investment. If you want to invest somewhere, you have to borrow money, right? So there is an exist inverse relationship. Inverse relationship means opposite relationship. If your rate of interest is high, then you will invest less. If your rate of interest is low, you will invest more. So what you will write, there is an inverse relationship between ROI and volume of investment, and after that you will write, if rate of interest is high, investment will be low. If rate of interest is low, investment will be high. Clear?
Yeah. Done, ma'am.
Okay. Now we are going to do the comparison between MEI and ROI. What is your MEI? You know MEI? We discussed. Tell me what is MEI?
I can't
Check
get
your
it.
notes. Check your notes.
Okay.
This MEI. What is the full form?
Marginal effective of investment.
Very good. Marginal
Yesterday
efficiency
we
of
wrote.
investment. Yes. So now we'll compare MEI and ROI. Okay. So basically what happens if your MEI, okay, first situation is this. Okay. If your MEI is more than your ROI, okay, at that moment your investment is profitable. Okay. Because from investment, at this point, return of investment is more as compared to the cost. Clear? This is basically returns and this is basically cost. Here you have to pay money, but here you are getting the return. So this is profitable because you are in return you are getting good amount of money as compared to the interest rate or as compared to the cost. Okay. And if now this is your second situation. Okay. Second one. First, when your MEOI is less than your ROI, that means investment is not profitable because your return at this point, return from investment is less as compared to the cost. So here you are getting return, you are in return getting less money as compared to the rate of interest. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
So you will write comparison of MEI and ROI, and you will write first this and the explanation, and after this second, then the explanation.
Okay. Done, ma'am.
Okay. Now we are going to start a very fresh topic. Just a minute. Just give me 1 minute. Hmm. Now we are going to start something related to few terms which you will be getting for the, you can say, definition or define. Okay. First is your ex ante savings. Okay. So ma'am, what is ex ante? Second is ex ante investment. Third is ex post saving. Next is ex post investment. Okay. So ma'am, what is ex ante savings? It refers to the amount which households are planning to save at different level of income in the economy. So basically, for example, you are earning money 10 rupees every month. Okay. So you are planning that for next month I will save 2 rupees and 8 rupees I will spend. Right. So this is the amount. You have not saved it. You are planning to save. So you will be saying that this is my ex ante saving. That means I am assuming it that I'll be saving it. Clear? So basically, this is the amount which you are planning to save. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
And ex ante investment, it refers to the amount of investment which firms plan to invest. So if I'm planning that I will invest 2 rupees, 3 rupees, 4 rupees, so that is my ex ante investment. Okay. But now, ma'am, when I will get the equilibrium, right? So you will get equilibrium when your ex ante savings are equals to your ex ante investment. So at that moment, you will get your equilibrium. Clear? For example, you are planning that you will save
Yes.
10 rupees plus you are planning that you will invest 10 rupees. So this is the situation where you get the equilibrium, like they are equal. Okay.
Okay.
Now, ex post saving. Okay. So ma'am, what is ex post saving? So ex post saving refers to actually organized savings in an economy during an year. For example, this is 2022. For the month of 2021, for the year 2021, I told you that every month I saved 1 rupees. Okay. So there are 12 months, right? So in total, I saved 12 rupees. So this is my ex post saving. That saving refers to actually organized saving, right? Actually, which, see, if you are planning to save, you have not saved everything, you are planning to save, right? So that is your ex post, also ex ante saving. But the actual amount of money which you have already saved, that is your ex post saving, right? And investment also, it refers to actual or realized investment in an economy. So actual amount of investment which you have done, that is your ex post investment. But if you are planning to invest, then it's your ex ante investment. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you can write it down.
Okay. Can we go to next point? Can you scroll down? Next point.
Madhi, you are also writing.
Next point. Next point.
That's it. The last point is exposed investment. Done till here?
No, full employment.
No, full employment we haven't discussed now. We'll discuss it and we'll do it.
Okay.
Right?
Okay. ma'am.
Okay. So now let's just start with full employment. Ma'am, what is full employment? See, there are different types of people. One is these one type, two type, and three type. Right? First type is like I am offering them 10 rupees. That I'll be giving you the salary of 10 rupees. So they are okay, ma'am, I will do the work. They wants to do work, they have the skills, plus they are ready to work at this salary. Okay. There are second type of person who don't want to work at all. They are like, no, we are not interested in working. They don't want to work. There are third type of person, they wants to work, right? Plus they have the skill, but they don't want to work at this salary. They want that we should offer them 20,000-30,000 rupees, not 10,000 rupees. Okay, so there are three types of people. Okay, so full employment is a situation in which all those people who are willing and able to work at existing wage rate get work without any difficulty. So when full employment is this situation, here the people who are willing to work and they have the relevant skill, plus at the existing wage rate, means existing means the which we are offering them wage, the salary. Okay, so the people who are willing to work at the existing rate and they can work, if they get job at that situation is known as full employment. Clear?
Yes.
Ordinarily, the term full employment refers to a situation in which no one is unemployed. Okay, so no one is unemployed. So that means full employment is that situation that everyone is working and nobody is unemployed at that time. Okay, but sometimes what happens under full employment as well, there are two types of unemployment. Okay, one is your frictional unemployment and other one is your structure employment. Okay, this is under full employment, right? Though you have full employment, but still there are chances that you will get two types of unemployment under full employment. So first is frictional employment. Sometimes people leave one job. For example, I am working somewhere. For July month, I was working and I left the job. July. Okay. And August, I was searching the new job. And September, I got the new job. Okay. Clear? So for the month of August, I was unemployed. Yes or no?
Yes.
Right? So this unemployment is known as frictional unemployment. Sometimes people leave one job in search for some other job and remain vacant between this period. Between first job to second job, they remain vacant, means they are not working here, which is known as frictional unemployment. Clear?
Yes.
Okay. Next is structural unemployment, means where people remain unemployment because they do not match with a specific type of job. For example, I am offering you a job where you have to work on a computer, right? But you don't have computer knowledge. You have not done any computer course. You don't know how to work on MS Excel and everything. So though I am offering you a job, but still you cannot join. You want to do job, but still you cannot join it, right? Why? Because you are not structurally fit for the position, right? For example, if I'm looking for a teacher and you are, for example, an engineer, so of course you cannot become a teacher, right? So that means I am offering you a job, plus you are willing for a job, you are willing to work, but still you are not getting the job. So that means you are unemployed, but you are structural employment, where people remain unemployment because they do not match with a specific type of job. For example, due to introduction of new technology, the old staff become unemployment as they do not have possessed the exercise to do a particular job. So basically, for example, I introduced earlier everybody was working on hands, but now I introduced computer and I told you people that you people will be working on computer. But most of the people don't know how to work on computer. So they have to leave the job because they are not suitable for it. So they become unemployed. So why they are employed? Because they don't have particular skill for that job. Clear? So
Yes.
S refer one, S means structure and S means skills. So you don't have skills, that's why you are unemployed. And friction means that you are basically changing it, right, from one place to another. So when you are going to change your job, of course, in between you will remain unemployed. So that is frictional unemployed. Clear?
Clear.
Okay. So first of all, you will write full employment till here only. You'll write it down.
Can you scroll down?
Over here, you will write types of unemployment under full employment. Types of unemployment under full employment.
Okay. Done. Ma'am, can you slow down? Done.
Okay. Now we will be doing types of unemployment, right? So there are basically two types of unemployment. One is involuntary and other one is voluntary. Now, what is involuntary unemployment? Involuntary unemployment refers to a situation when people are ready to work at the prevailing wage rate in the market but do not find a job. Involuntary means that they are ready to work. Plus, whatever rate is offered to them, they are ready, but still they are not getting the job. So that is involuntary unemployment. Clear? But what is voluntary unemployment? Voluntary unemployment. So second one is you will write like this: voluntary unemployment, and you will explain voluntary unemployment refers to a situation when person is not willing to work at the existing wage rate. So whatever I am offering you, you are not willing to work at that existing rate. So at that moment, that means you are knowingly, like you are doing it by on your own, that you are making a decision that I don't want to work, right? So that is voluntary unemployment. But when you are not getting a job, that is involuntary unemployment. Clear?
Yes.
Okay, so you will write types of unemployment. First, involuntary. Second, voluntary.
Okay. And please slow down. Done.
Okay, good. Now the next thing is that this question is very much important. Okay, which type of unemployment is counted while calculating size of unemployment? Right. So you have two unemployment. One is voluntary. One is involuntary. Right. So when you are counting unemployment, that okay, these people are unemployed in my country, right? So at that moment, which employment you will take, voluntary one or the involuntary one? So you will take only voluntary one, right? So if you will calculate unemployment of any particular state, then you are going to take which one, and this or this. So ma'am, voluntary, we will take voluntary employment, not the involuntary one. Clear?
Why will take this one?
Because see over here, voluntary means people are unemployed by themselves. They are not willing to work, right? So that means, but there are people who are willing to work, but they are not getting work. So that means we are talking about the people who are willing to work, but we are not talking about the one who are not willing to work. We are talking about the one who don't want to work at the remaining wage, so that we can increase the price or increase the wage rate for them. Okay, but here the people, they are willing to work at the same price, but they don't have the job opportunity. So we will be counting only voluntary unemployment, so that we can increase the wage rate for them, so that they can get the job. Okay, right? So voluntary unemployment means basically that situation where people is not willing to work at existing wage rate, right? That if I'm offering you 10 rupees, then you are not willing to work at this rate, right? So that means when I will calculate the unemployment, then I will count you. So at that moment, what I will do, okay, you are willing to work. So I will say, okay, then I will increase your wage rate to 20 rupees. So now you are ready to work. Okay.
Okay.
Just a minute, Halima, 1 minute.
Okay. Done.
Oh, so here we are done with this chapter. Okay, which is your determinants. So like we were doing the income determination unit. So we have 3 chapters over here. So first chapter we are done. Second chapter is very small, and third one is also. So after this, we will cover first reform chapter, which we left for Indian eco, right? After 1951, so that we'll be complete with the very first unit over there, and after that we'll continue with this. Okay, so I'm just giving you 5 minutes to quickly revise it, whatever we did in this entire chapter from starting itself, right? Quickly go through the notes and let me know if you are not getting anything or you have any confusion over there.
Okay, so after this, we'll be moving to another book like the development part will do.
Yes, we'll be over there in the first unit. We had 3 chapters. Out of 2, we did, but the third one is remaining, right? Reform one. So we'll just complete it. And I'm not taking your test for this unit right now. First, I'll complete that. Then one day, like I'll explain you few the last day of this chapter, I will explain this entire chapter. Like I'll help you people to revise, and after that I'll
Full
take your test. So
development.
that, yeah, why? Because after that I need to continue with next two chapters. So of course I need a revision, right? If you will not revise this chapter, then the next two chapter will be difficult for you, right? So I have a plan that first I'll complete this, and after that I'll just take you 30 minutes, like before the test. I'll explain you everything so that you people will revise it, and then we can continue with the next two chapters. Okay?
Okay, ma'am, you
Yeah.
take question from past papers.
Yeah. Basically, I refer present questions and the past papers.
Present questions that didn't
Present question,
happen.
present question in the sense like, for example, whatever I taught you, right? So that also. But in case if you have like, if in case any question is repeated in the previous year, that also I just take whenever I take the test. So it's a mix. It's not fully.
Okay.
Why I'm not giving you the previous one? Why I'm just giving? Because right now my focus is to make you people clear about the concept. Once we are done with the syllabus, then we will be discussing the question. Because main thing is, for example, you know everything, but still the questioner he asks you in a twisted one, right? The question is in twisted form. You know everything, but still the language was not. You were not able to, recognize, or you were not able to find out what he's asking. So that will be a problem for you, though you know everything, but still what he's asking, right? That won't be possible for you. So once we are done with, like, with a good portion, like my focus is to at least cover, 80 to 90% of the syllabus, so that we can focus on the question. That is very important. So after that I have a plan that we will be doing, like, one day I will be, we have 1 hour class, so 30 minutes I'll be explaining the chapter again, like once we are done with the syllabus, and the 30 minutes we will be discussing the previous year question and everything, and next day we will be doing the test for that particular unit, so that you people are like, so 30 minutes you will be doing the test, and after that the 30 minutes we will review the test, that okay, these in this question you have to write this, in this question you have to write this. So 2 days will be taking for every chapter like this. So I have a plan, like,
Okay.
not for chapter, for the unit we'll be doing. So this is my plan, if it goes like this only. So I think, because main motive is to help you people. First of all, understanding concept is very important. And if your concepts are clear, you can answer any question. Because in exam hall, if I, for example, I gave you 10 questions, that Halima, these are 10 questions, just learn them. But for unfortunately, from out of that 10 question, you got 0 question in the exam hall. So you'll be like, ma'am, nothing came, right? But if I like help you to understand each and every concept of the chapter, so no matter from where the question will come, you can answer each and every question, right? So main motive should be to clear the concept. Instead of these 10 questions, your main motive is to clear the concept, so that you can answer any question. Whatever examiner will be asking, you can answer any of the question. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah. Oh. So you quickly go through it and let me know if you have any query. Mahdi, am I audible to you? Mahdi, actually, I'm planning to take your class tomorrow, so let me know if you are available.
Okay, what is the meaning of this ex ante and ex in the
X
saving and
ante,
investment?
yeah. X ante, whenever you are getting X, right? You are expecting, right? This means this is your expectation, EX, right? That you are expecting that next month I'll be saving, out of 10 rupees, I'll be saving 8 rupees. So this is your expectation, right? So X ante. Ante means, the ants and all that, they have antenna, right? So basically the sense, right? So that's why from there itself they make it X ante. So X means you are expecting that next month you will be saving, right? You are basically planning now, you are expecting. You haven't saved anything, right? So similarly X, and this is X post. Post means like you have already done this,
Previously.
Okay. Yeah, previously you have done this.
Expecting past savings.
Yeah, expecting past savings. So here you are talking about expecting past saving, but here you are expecting NT, means like you are assuming it, or you have antenna that you are feeling like, okay, I'll be saving this much. Maybe you,
Predictions.
yeah, prediction you are making, right?
Okay.
Any other query?
No.
Okay. So you will revise everything, and after that we'll just start next class. We'll just start with the theory reform part. Okay. So before coming to class, what you can do, you can go through your notes, so that because the first and second chapter they are related. So third chapter is also